Hi, my name's Danny, and in this video we're going to take a look at online safety for parents, and in particular the use of social media. I've put QR codes in the top right corner, so as you want to, you can pause the video and you can scan those QR codes with your phone and it'll take you straight to the websites I'm talking about. So what is online safety? We're basically talking about helping you to be aware of the possible threats that being online can bring. We tend to have them as four main categories. So it's conduct, which is how their behaviour puts them at risk. It's the content they're going to access online. It's contact, it's who they're meeting and who they're getting in touch with through the internet and who's getting in touch with them. And it's commercialism. It's the platforms that are basically free but are then harvesting data and selling that data on, and there's hidden costs with those sites. We're going to look at social media. Social media is a massive area now. It's all the different websites that allow you to create and share social information. So these can be websites you go to, or they can be apps on your phone or your tablets. They promote the creation and sharing of content. So we're looking at pictures and videos and audio, sharing images and information all over the world. It joins people up into social networks. It allows you to keep in touch with friends and connect with new people, share photographs and so on. And the majority of these sites are for over 13s only. This includes sites like TikTok and Snapchat and Instagram and so on. So what's the risk with these sites? You've got lots of potential risks. One is seeing inappropriate content, seeing harmful content. It might be they are oversharing. They're sharing private information. They're sharing personal information that's getting out onto the wider web, and people are getting access to that information. Big risk with a lot of these social networks at the moment is misinformation, fake news and fake stories. You've also got the inappropriate contact, so we're worried about people making contact with the children, also the youth children making contact with other people. It's quite easy to hide behind a Snapchat profile and pretend to be somebody else that you're not and make contact with children. Promotion of harmful behaviours, promotion of illegal behaviours. Also, what we don't realise with a lot of these sites is they're sharing location information. If you're not careful, you don't turn these things off. Every photograph you take with your phone, every photograph you upload will be tagged with your location information. That can be pretty accurate. If you know where to upload a picture to, you can quite often get the geodata back out of a picture and almost pinpoint the house that picture was taken at. So you've got to be careful with that. You can turn these settings off on your phone and on the apps, but you need to look for those settings and switch those off. And the other big thing to be aware of is your digital footprint. The things that you share online stay online. The internet doesn't forget. So everything we do online leaves a trail. So the things that we post, the images we share, the videos we share, all of this can come back to haunt us. And it has cost people jobs, it has cost people places at university because their employer has gone back and looked through their history. Universities have gone through freshers posts and withdrawn offers of places at university because of what they've shared online. So we need to have an awareness of this and talk to your children about what are they sharing and how's that going to look if it's read in a cold light of day. Do talk to your children. Have them think about what is it they're saying and how's that going to look if it's read by somebody who doesn't know that was a joke. We need to be aware of the lies of social media. Instagram lies, all these sites lie. When you see these influencers who are sharing images, and children quite often be following these famous people, what you're getting is a very carefully curated snapshot of their lives. You might see the well-crafted image, you don't see the mess that lies all around it, the lovely meal or the beautiful yoga shots or whatever. Some of those are very heavily filtered and modified and stretched and photoshopped. They do provide a pressure to conform, pressure to fill in. They can lead to unrealistic goals, especially things like body image. People feel that they are not as good as what their friends are. Their friends having a lovely time all the time because all you ever see are happy smiley pictures. You don't see all the other stuff that's going on. So this can lead to unrealistic goals. It can lead to mental health problems. So do talk to your kids. Do speak to them about social media is not always real, although it looks real. It's a very carefully curated snapshot of people's lives, and what you see is not what you get a lot of the time. There are some good social media checklists you can go to. Southwest Grid for Learning have a list of checklists, so in a short video like this I can't cover everything, so scan the QR code and take a look at the Southwest Grid for Learning website. They've got checklists for Facebook, for Twitter, for Instagram, for Snapchat and so on. You can follow their instructions there to lock down your profiles, to turn off geolocation, to make your sharing settings friends only. These are the kind of things that are really important to do. Parent Zone has got some great tips. Again, QR code will take you straight to the website. Try and build their resilience. It's better than blocking. Don't just feel that because you can block. We'll talk about blocking in a minute. Because you can block, that's not going to help them in the long run, because you need to get them to be aware of what's out there and to be safe online, rather than just trying to get them to things and being blocked from getting on. So do talk to your children, discuss boundaries with them, be available for support if things go wrong. Don't make them feel that they can't talk to you about things they see, or things they find online. Don't limit the talk to just the online safety chat. Be interested in what they're doing. Keep the discussion ongoing. Be open to talk to them. Balance taking an interest with giving them space to be independent. Allow them to self-regulate. Allow them to internalise these messages we're giving them, and to try and practice safe use of these sites. Don't block them completely. Allow them to use them, but let them be safe. But don't be afraid to set boundaries. So if you have got expectations of what you expect them to do, discuss these rules with them. The rules for sharing images, and images of others as well. Consent. If they take a picture of a family, are the rest of the family happy for that picture to be shared? There's an interesting thing in terms of the consent for an image to be shared online. They might be okay, but what if their friends aren't? And also concentrate on how they're using it. Don't be so worried about screen time. And as the last year or so has shown, we're spending a lot of time online anyway with lockdown, and different screen times are different things. They're not all the same. So a lot of work can be done, a lot of good stuff can be done on the computer, as well as time on social media and Facebook and Twitter and so on. Now, parental controls, you've got different things to do. Your child's phone will have a parental control setting. If you're an Android phone, you can set up family groups where you can kind of control their phone from your phone, or if it's an iPhone, you can get in and change parental settings and put a parental password on. Your broadband provider and the phone provider will have settings as well. You can have controls on your router to block certain websites and to minimise what they can access. Explore their features. Again, there's so many different options. I can't go through that in a short video like this, but the link on the QR code and down the bottom of the page here, Common Sense Media has a lovely guide to parental controls. Okay, you can restrict their screen time, you can restrict their purchases, you can restrict their apps, but these things won't solve the problems on their own. Do talk to your kids. iOS restricts screen time, so you can cut down how much time they use. The phone can turn off on an evening. Again, instructions on how to do that on the latest version of iOS. If they've got older versions of the iPhone, it may look slightly different, so you may have to look at the settings again on there. Android, same thing. You can restrict screen time. There's a family link app that Google do, which you can use. You go into the phone, go digital wellbeing and parental controls, and you'll find some of the settings there. Again, there's lots of different flavours of Android now, so it may not be the version you've got on your phone. It depends how new they are and how up to date the Android version is. A really useful website is NetAware, NSPCC NetAware. If you see apps on your child's phone, you're not sure what they are, not quite sure what they do, if you can get the name of the app, you can go into NetAware website and you can search for the name of the app, and it'll tell you all about it, what the risks are, how secure it is, and so on. If you're not sure what the app is called, but you can remember kind of what the icon looks like, you can search via icon colour as well, which is quite useful. So it's a blue icon with a star in it, you could search for that icon instead. If you do have any real concerns, you think a child is immediately at risk, this is hopefully never going to happen, but if you think a child is at risk of grooming or inappropriate contact, and you think it's an adult that's being inappropriate, then the COOP website is the first place to go to. It basically puts a report straight through to the police, and stuff will get done. It's not to report bullying. Reporting harmful content, there is a link for that, to reportharmfulcontent.com. But say definitely consider the COOP one, and also talk to your school, talk to the safeguarding lead at your school, and ask for help there. Okay, so thank you for your time. All the links I've just talked about are in one place, in that QR code there. Scan the QR code, it'll take you to a Wait Club page where you can see all the links in one place. Any questions, please get in touch with me. Those are my details there. Thank you very much for your time.